Yeah. So here I'm just trying to map the context, like how we are going to connect the dots. So Mr. Ram has initially started with the last class. He started the basics of this statistics and basics of probability. So based on this matrix multiplication and theory building only, so the higher end models like machine learning models or deep learning models are going to have. But what is the ultimate purpose? What is the goal? What is the destination that you're trying to reach? Is the agent creation. But for that, the foundations are almost important. So without a proper foundation, we cannot raise building on that. So the foundational knowledge is much more important. So if the foundations are strong, then we can build any story building there. So please go to the next slide, Mr. Madhusudanan. So this we have discussed already. So even for the context setting, I will little explain more. So we have moved from hunter-gatherer era to agricultural era, then to industrial era. And our mental models, our industrial models still think that we are in the information era, but actually we are in the augmented era. So during the hunter era, the strength and speed was considered to be the talent. Whereas in case of this augmented era, your creativity, how creatively you are connecting the problem with the solutions, your agility and your adaptability, that matters more, and that is considered to be the talent. So in today's scenario, so critical thinking abilities will help you in identifying the problem, and creative problem solving will help you for solving the problem. So critical thinking abilities for the problems that in your organization, so there are several entrepreneurs studying here, there are several working professionals studying here, there are several students studying here. So how critically you are thinking about the existing problem, what are the pain points in the existing system, and how this AI agent is going to support. That is going to be the key takeaway at the end of this 40 hours program. Go to the next slide. Yeah. So as so yesterday's class also explained to this for the students. So if you look at this graph, in x-axis we have time, and in y-axis we have velocity of change. So if you look at the time span from 1715 to 1850, 1850 to 1950, and from 1950 to 2050, the time gap is similar, 100 years gap. Whereas the changes that is happening for each and every 100 year is getting exponentially increasing. Like in from 1715 to 1850, we had only one change. From 1850 to 2000 into 1950, we had two changes. Whereas from 1950 to 2050, there are five incremental changes that is right away happening. We are not even exaggerating. We are not cooking up. We are just stating what is happening around you, around the industries. So the changes are enormous. If your rate of learning is less when compared to the rate of change, you can be easily outdated. So you have taken a right choice of enrolling yourself in the program, even though you have other commitments, you have sacrificed your Sundays. You are in the right track. Make sure that your learning is complete so that you can be the change maker of the future. Go to the next slide. So this graph will explain you. So today, the human capabilities are more when compared to the machine capabilities. So again, if you look in x-axis, we have time. In y-axis, we have the routine capabilities. In today's context, the human capabilities are more when compared to the machine capabilities. Whereas 10 to 20 years from now, the machine capabilities will increase when compared to of humans. So we are right in the inflection window. So we are at the edge of making the change. If you can create an agent, if you can deploy an agent for your workplace or in your industry or in the company that you're working, you can be the change maker and you can pioneer the change, and you can take forward this changing process in a right manner, in an ethical manner. So that is more important, because you can argue that there are several YouTube videos available, there are several support systems, but how to do it ethically in a proper manner with legal compliances, that matters more. So I repeat, right away in today's scenario, the human capabilities are more when compared to the machine capabilities. 10 to 20 years from now, the machine capabilities will increase when compared to the human capabilities. So your job is to master the machines and make them act like a slave, not the vice versa. Go for the next slide. Yeah. So previously, when a person is studying, it is enough if he is studying about only one subject in depth. For example, finance, IT, operations, or HR, or any field that he is choosing. So it was a I-shaped approach. So I know one field, I'm going to going in a depth for that field. And some few years back, some 1 or 2 decades back, moved from I-shaped approach to T-shaped approach, in which we should have a shallow knowledge of all other fields. We should know little about finance, little about marketing, little about HR, and we should have the depth of understanding about one particular field. So it is called as a multidisciplinary approach. It's a T-shaped approach. Whereas in today's context and the futuristic context, it's an X-shaped approach. It is transdisciplinary approach. In this case, you are going to interact with machines, interact with the agents, interact with the multi-agents. So AI literacy is inevitable and it's a must for each and everyone. So it is not only for HR, not only for people who have chosen operation, not only for people who have chosen finance, not only who have chosen any other subject like physics, chemistry, or biology. It is inevitable. AI literacy is required and a must for each and every one of the person who is going to deal with the business, deal with the machines, or deal with any other human being. So we are moving from I-shaped approach to T-shaped approach to X-shaped approach. So stocks of knowledge educated, flows of knowledge, learning agility, how fast you are learning, how fast you are adapting, and so on. So that comes to the next slide. Please go to the next slide, Madhusudanan. Yeah. So in the world economy, it is like educate, work, and retire. So our fathers and our grandfathers, if you think about them, they will educate for 20, 25 years. And after that, they will work for a while, maybe some 30 years. And after that, they will retire. Whereas in new economy, we are engaging ourselves towards a positive learning, where whenever a new technology is being introduced or whenever a new field is being introduced, we'll have the learning first. And then again, there'll be a radical change that is going to happen. Again, unlearn and relearn the subject. Again, go to the peak. Again, some new technologies will emerge because the rate of change is happening every 14 years. So previously, the change was little late. Whereas in today's scenario, the radical changes that are happening each and every 11 years, 12 years, or 14 years. So at that time, you have to equip yourself, upskill yourself, and you have made a right choice of upskilling yourself towards the new emerging technologies. And as in the class, as informed in the previous class, the future belongs to techies. Go to the next slide. Yeah. So the principles of universal learning design. So if you think about some 40, 50 years back, it is about memorizing, mugging up, and just vomiting the concepts in the exam paper. So that is about the content. So how cleverly a person is mugging up the content or remembering a content. So it operates in your backside of your brain. So the how of learning. So the expressions, the emotions, your frontal lobe, that will be the applications of learning. So this is the how of learning. The frontal lobe is the how of learning. Whereas the third diagram is about the engagement motivation. So why? What is the purpose? The why of learning. So engagement mode. So that happens in the central part of the brain, the why of learning. So if your purpose is clear, if your roots are clear, then the how, the answers for how and what will be expressed simultaneously. So be clear with the purpose, be clear with the answers for the question why. Why are you doing this program? How is going to if you are clear with the why, the how and what will emerge automatically. So if the purpose is clear, then the how and what's will come easily. Next slide. Yeah. So again, it is a different way of putting up things. So the why is the core of learning, and how and what are the outer layers. So why is the purpose? how is the process, and what is the product. So why the company exists, the the reason for existence, the purpose of existence, the process in which this will the how the company is going to be special, what are the unique selling proposition. The company need not be a complete entirety, it can be you yourself also, right? And the what, that gives the what the company sells. So the why, how, what, so three important questions that is going to solve the purpose of existence. Go to the next one. So let us take example of an Apple. So a company, the purpose is in everything we do, we challenge the status quo, we think different. So the why of the company Apple is innovation. So innovation, that's the core of Apple. So if they're core, they're clear with the core, then the process is they challenge the status quo. When Nokia and mobiles like BlackBerry were selling the button phones, they started thinking smartly, and they introduced the buttonless phone, and they named them as smartphones. So they challenge the entire status quo, and then they may move for the next one, that is the what, the product. We make computers, electronics, iPhones, iPads, and whatever products that they have produced. Streaming, all these, they have created a product ecosystem. So if the purpose is clear, the process and product will emerge. Go to the next one. So I can equate it. Click once again. Click the forward button once again, please. Madhusudan. No. Like go forward. அடுத்த slide. Next slide. So you're going backwards. Yeah. Stop. So I can equate the tree, the roots of a tree to be the attitudes, the trunk of the trees to be the knowledge, and skills of the tree to be the leaves. So the leaves of the tree to be the skills. So the easiest way to destroy a tree is destroying its roots. The roots are strong, then the knowledge and skills will emerge automatically. So that's what the message, the contextual message that I wanted to say to you. So if your purpose is clear, the knowledge can emerge, the roots are strong, the trunks can emerge, and the Python language that you're learning, the programming, coding things that you're learning, it's about the skills. And Mr. Ram is very clearly explained the ML concept, machine learning concept in the previous class, about the basics of statistics, about the basics of probability. That comes as a knowledge. Knowledge can branch out. For example, based on the statistical concepts only, the machine learning concepts emerged. Based on the machine learning concepts only, the deep learning concepts emerged. Based on the deep learning concepts only, the agentic AI concepts are emerging. So literally the LLMs are predicting the next best word. So it is generating the words based on the previous historical data. That's about the knowledge. Skills is about the Python and coding skills. So this will shed away and new skills will emerge. So just equate it to be the purpose to be the roots of the tree, process to be the knowledge of the tree, and product to be the leaves of the tree. Right?